What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today I got a bit of a short video for you guys, but it's pretty informative. It's gonna help you guys out. But I really wanted to talk about that little, that little gut feeling that you get when like you meet someone, you get in contact with someone, right? You meet someone like maybe it's early on in a relationship or a friendship or some sort of partnership or a job, whatever it is, right? You get like a gut feeling about someone, right? And it could be like a something weird. Maybe something about that person feels off, but you continue to keep them in your life. You keep them around. You decide, oh, okay, this person is someone I. It's all right. Like we knew each. This person's a nice person, or it's all right. This person has a lot of money, or oh, this person's very smart, or you justify in your head like to the reason why to keep this person. Or this girl, she could change. She's very nice. She's a very great person, right? Or you feel like she's a great person, right? Like your emotions get in the way. And I guess the point of what I'm saying in this video is that gut instinct is there for a reason, and it's something that you cannot ignore. I've ignored it, and I'm going to tell you right now, with all the women I've been with all the friends I've had, I will tell you now that gut instinct has always been right when when something fell off early on, right? And and everything, all of that has always led to a fallout. And when I look at the root of the fallout, it's my fault because I should have gotten away early on, right? It would have saved me a ton of drama. It would have saved me a ton of headaches, right? It would have saved me just a bunch of time, right? If I just addressed it early on and just like got away from that person like immediately, right? Or avoided the situation entirely or kept my distance, right? Never let them get close. But it's something that people need to just I almost think that you almost have to like learn it from getting burnt. I hope you don't, but I hope you learn by just watching this video. But yeah, no, it's an experience that I've had. So in the laws of human nature, right, of Robert Greene, he talks about the law of self sabotage. I have to reread that law. It's been a while since I've read that book, but like we have the tendency of self sabotaging each other. We have a tendency of like like justifying our decisions, like justifying our bad decisions, right? We have a tendency to think that, oh, we're logically thinking that, oh, we're making the right decision because of this that, but in reality it wasn't the right decision. It was the wrong decision entirely, and we felt it was wrong, but we just completely ignored it because we thought we were just going to outsmart it. But in reality, we all have this like gut feeling, right? And I mentioned this because it's just, yeah, you don't want to deal with. I don't know about you, but you don't want to deal with freaking drama in your life. You don't want to deal with betrayals, right? You don't want to deal with even worse things like divorce, right? I've never been married or divorced, but I hear bad things about it. You don't want to hear about, like a business partner stealing money from you, right? You don't want to hear about your best friend um freaking making a scene at you, or even your best friend, you find out he's sleeping with a woman that you're dating. Like something messed up like that. This types of stuff happened because early on this person already had a sign of it, an early sign. And your job was to notice that sign. And maybe you did notice it, but you ignored it. Like you really have to get good at noticing these early signs, right? I'll give you an example. I had this friend once. I'm not going to say his name, but I had this friend once. And from high school, I remember we went to college too. So I had them both in high school and college, right? Um, I wasn't really friends with him in high school, but we were like kind of like acquaintances, and then we became close friends in college. I will tell you right now, I remember he had another friend, and his girlfriend, right? His friend, his other friend, had a girlfriend. They had just broken up. Then a week later, he took the girlfriend, his friend's ex-girlfriend on a date like a week after they broke up. And I remember in my head he was telling me that, and in my head I was just like, that's kind of messed up. Why would you do something? I was like, why would you go out with your friend's girlfriend? It's a pretty messed up thing. And in my head I was like so naive, and I wasn't thinking, oh, he could do that to me, right? And of course I ignored it because I was naive. And then a few years later, he ended up doing something like pretty screwed up. Like he ended up backstabbing me with something similar to that. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like the signs were there. I just completely ignored it. And at the end of the day, it's my fault. That's the thing. It's my fault. It's not his fault. Oh, it is his fault, of course, but it's my fault because I should have been smarter. I should have been more wise. I should have been like, oh, okay, this person doesn't belong in my life. I need to keep my distance from him, right? And it's that gut intuition that you really need to listen to, because we all have it. We all know it's there. Sometimes we know when there's danger, or when someone's off, and you just can't ignore it. And I say this because every fucking time that I've had this gut instinct on someone, right, and I kept them around, and maybe it's just years. I kept them around for years, right? And it's always with friends and women, right? I've always ended up getting some sort of shit, right? Some sort of drama, some sort of, fallout that didn't need to happen, some unnecessary thing that I didn't need to deal with. I ended up dealing with because I kept them around longer than I needed to. And yeah, that's part of the reason why I started this channel, right? Because I really want to spread this. First of all, I want people to understand that. Well, first of all, I'm talking about this because of self-improvement, and I'm working on bettering myself. But also, things like this are what everyone has to deal with, because everyone deals with people, and you're gonna end up meeting people, and you don't know if that person. You might have a feeling that person's off, and you don't have to. I remember I heard Dan Martell say this once. He said, if he has an off feeling about someone, he said he doesn't wait for them to do something wrong to him to get rid of them. He says that he'll just get rid of them right away, or he'll like keep his distance from them, because he doesn't want to wait till something really bad happens, right? And that really resonated with me, because I'm like, that's like the most. He wasn't even saying it out of like, he wasn't saying it in a mean way. He appears to be a very nice guy. He's a very successful man, and it makes sense. It's like, yeah, of course, you have to be willing to. You have to. You can't ignore that gut instinct, right? You really can't. And it's there for a reason. It's our subconscious mind telling us that our subconscious mind probably noticed like some incongruent with their behavior. Maybe they have really bad habits that don't align with you. Maybe they have toxic traits, and they've shown it through micro expressions. Like stuff like that. You have to get very good at just addressing your gut feeling, right? You have to get very good at it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe. I'm gonna keep creating more content like this, and it's gonna be also on my self improvement journey as well. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Take care.